when I was talking, he did this to my hair.
Oh my god!
So I lost an appointment.
Oh dear, so heartbreak.
Yeah.
Really not doing right.
Here we go.
Hi everyone, Kieran here. Welcome to Coffee Tea Money Talk. In today's session, we have someone very interesting who shared with us what she does for a living and her personal experience. Together with me, we have Estelle and Ben. So Vivien, what do you actually do for a living?
Hello everyone, my name is Vivien. So I've been in the real estate for the past 8 years now. So in my own real estate business, I actually do a lot of consulting and then help my clients to upgrade to their dream properties.
So I think in today's session, apart from sharing with us what is the property market like, I think more importantly, we want you to share a little bit more about your personal experience with your clients as well. What are some of the memorable experience that you managed to help some of your clients to do in terms of asset progression? Maybe you want to share that first?
Maybe before we go into that, we can find out a little bit more why real estate and how did you first enter into this industry?
Okay, so how did I actually, to be honest, right, I think every real estate agent or insurance agent, they will always be at the crossroads when they are choosing between real estate or insurance. So back then when I first started, was in 25, when I was 25 years old, then I was thinking, oh, should I choose to be a real estate agent or should I choose to be a insurance agent? So what actually led me to go into real estate is because when I was young, my family actually had financial struggle. So that was where I realized the importance of having the right kind of house, because the right kind of house can actually help you to protect you in terms of rainy days, right? So in my own family, for example, we did not manage to have this home whereby we can downsize during this financial struggle. So that actually took a toll on my family as well. So that particular story actually left a very, very deep impression on me in terms of realizing that a house is not only a home, but it is also something that can protect you in rainy days.
An asset.
Yeah, an asset, correct, you're right.
True. Well, quite interesting point of view. I think a lot of people just view it as a house rather than
Right.
just an asset. But apart from that, I think, like I mentioned, right, I'm also very curious to know, over the last 8 years, what kind of client, like what kind of memorable experience you have with some of your clients as well. Maybe you can share one of the most interesting story.
Correct. So, of course, during my 8 years in the industry, I've transacted quite a lot of deals, right? Ranging from very, very small deals like room rentals all the way to selling over $10 million bungalows. So, one of the things that I feel that is most memorable is never about how expensive the house is.
The quantum of it.
Correct. It is always about how, through a very simple conversation with a very, very normal family, I'm actually able to influence them to understand that their house can most possibly help them to safeguard against their retirement and protect them in terms of their financial. And at the same time, when they retire, they can actually retire very comfortably, which is what we call in real estate forced savings.
For savings. In simple sense, right? Everybody is too excited to have you here. So I think in simple sense, right, what kind of what kind of good advice do you think that someone who is starting out can use it as a forced saving? I think you mentioned about this term forced saving, right? What kind of tips can you give to first time owners or people who are looking in the area?
For me, I will always advise all of my clients to start as early as possible, because when you buy a property, right, it is always about being able to leverage on other people's money. So in our terms, it's always the banks. So the younger you are, the easier you are to be able to entitle for a loan. And I always see that there are clients who approach me that are mid-40s, mid-50s, and they say, hey Vivien, I want to do something about my property. But oftentimes they are very limited by this loan tenure thing, because as you know, the older you get, the lesser loan you'll be able to entitle to. And that is where they find that even though they still want to be able to enjoy the capital appreciation, it gets more and more difficult for them, and they wouldn't want to take this kind of risk when they are 40 40s, 50s, especially when they are going to retire soon. So to me, I think the best advice is start as young as possible, and if possible, buy as big as possible, right? And buy in the best area you can as possible.
Ben, you have a question?
No, so it's like there seems to be quite a few similarities between agents selling houses and us selling financial planning. So what do you enjoy most? I mean, for us, I personally like the own time own target of my kind of role where I don't need to wake up at 8 to meet a client, go to office, and then just stay there and then come back home. So what are the perks, I guess, of a property agent?
Sadly for real estate agent, right? Now that I think, there is not really so much as we call a perk lah, but I would agree that many a times we definitely have more flexibility in terms of how we can plan our time. But a lot of times, because in order to be a top producer in real estate, right,
Comes with responsibility and accountability.
correct. And for me, I run a team as well, right? So, and then I have 2 kids. So a lot of my time is actually tied down to work. In that sense, if it's not for my clients, then it's on my team. So I don't think I have that. I don't have that privilege.
Luxuries lah, in that sense.
Correct, I don't have. But I would say that, right, for real estate, you must definitely have a passion, because I often ask myself, why is it that I need to work so hard late into the night to do all these things? Sometimes there are clients who, shortchange us, right? They cut our commission, or they actually, I would have served them, bring them for viewing for over 30 houses, but then ultimately they choose to work with some other people, resulting in me losing this commission and time, right? When I try to recall all the more difficult times, right, then I ask myself, would I still do it? The answer is yes, because aside from all the unhappy encounters, there are also families that have benefited, and I know that I have influenced and changed their family lives and generations forever. So that is something that I feel as real estate, it is a very rewarding career for me lah.
I remember in 15, 20 years back, we still remember last time real estate agent were used to put like those flyers, a brochure, ding 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 in the HDB. I always remember that it's like they say there's the basic for newcomers who start off. But I guess times have changed a lot probably over the last 10 years too. And nowadays also HDB, you can't put spam mails, or you can't put flyers anymore because it's controlled. I guess you probably too young to been through that before. Like
Don't like that.
I think that's more than 10 years back. Those days where you still slot in flyers.
You have the flyers?
Because I think now some of the HDB, they already have features to lock up and you cannot get anymore.
Singpost to put the flyers on.
Oh, okay. No more
you
agent.
started off as that as well, door knocking,
Correct.
flyers, and then you
Correct.
transit on to social media where you have a YouTube channel right now, right?
Correct.
So when you first started, can you just tell us where do you really go door to door, or what? How you encounter? It must be quite tough, right?
So when I first started out in the real estate business, I was around 26 years old. Then back then, I quit from a full-time job, right? I was earning about 2,000 plus, 3,000. Not really a lot. I think it was pretty average back then. So when I came to real estate business, right, it was a burn ship kind of mentality. So I didn't have much savings because I didn't know how to save back then. So I remember back then when the cheapest way is to do door knocking, right? Yeah, just like you guys maybe. So that was the only $0 prospecting that I did. So during my free time, because I'm free from Monday to Sunday when I started out, no clients to serve ma. So what I did was this, I printed out these like A5 flyers. Then I carry about 15,000 paper, right?
15,000.
Yeah, 15,000. So my GTA, which is my target area, the area that I want to focus on was Ang Mo Kio HDBs.
Okay.
So what happened was, in the day, usually not many people at home because usually people go out to work, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I will carry these 15,000 flyers. Then
Heavy or
after
not?
that, of course lah. So I'll carry that 15,000 flyers, then go door to door to slip the flyers underneath the door lah. Yeah. So that was my life. Then from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. right, that was what I did. Then from 6 to all the way to 9 p.m. that's the golden hour to door knock.
Door knock.
Yeah. So that was what I did lah. But after doing that prospecting for 1.5 years, you all want to guess how was my result?
Definitely not doing well, I guess. A lot of time spent, but not much of a result, I guess.
So in my first 1.5 year, I was pretty lost lah because my mentor would always tell me that it's a numbers game in real estate, right? I think you all can relate also. The more things you do in terms of prospecting, the more clients you'll be able to have a chance to close lah. That 1.5 year, I actually didn't have much closing lah. And I still remember that one particular time, right? Because I did so many times, right? Every Monday to Friday, I will be slipping papers underneath the door, then trying to door knock. 1.5 year, no result. Then there was that one particular day that suddenly a lead called me. Okay, and this lead is from Ang Mo Kio, got quite a few expensive HDB blocks lah. So that one is very, very near to the MRT, right? Then that quantum back then was about $900,000. 900
That's quite a lot back then.
Yeah. So 900,000. Then the owner asked me, hey, I stay in this block. So can you tell me like how will you help me to sell in the fastest time? What marketing efforts are you going to do to help me ensure that I get the best price possible? You know? So for me, when I received this call after 1.5 years of prospecting, do you all think I was happy?
Should be happy, right?
Yeah.
Super happy, right? Yeah. So I received that call. But because the thing is, for the past 1.5 years, what have I been focusing on?
Just putting flyers.
So you
Just
don't know
wait
the
for it.
process.
So you don't know how to close.
Just putting flyers. So the call come in, I really got a shock.
Yeah.
You didn't know how to handle.
Yeah, and that first thought is,
Wrong
wow,
number.
this client. No, the first thought was this client 900,000, right? 900,000, 2% commission is what? 18,000. A lot for me back then lah. So I was trying to convince him to tell him that I want to go, but then of course because I was very focused on prospecting, I forgot how to build my skill set, right? So no skill set to convert to appointment, so I lost that appointment.
Oh dear, so heartbreak.
Yeah, so that was my struggle lah when I started out as a real estate agent.
I see.
So what do you change firm or you change your strategy or what happened after that?
I've been through a lot of struggles lah. Then after that, I realized that it is important to do our prospecting, but also important for us to have some sort of skill set lah, in a sense. So I'm very thankful for my mentor to be able to guide me to who I am today lor. Yeah.
Interesting. And what is one memorable success that you have with one of the clients to manage to get their, whether is it dream property or in terms of their
Highest
asset
price.
progression? What is something that you can recall?
To me, I think that, I mean, of course, everybody would prefer to have a lot of commission, right? Who doesn't like money, right? But to me, I don't see success in that way, in that sense. Not because I don't need money, I need money, but I feel that what is more rewarding, like what I mentioned just now, is it's never about like the houses that I sold that is most expensive, right? The most expensive I've sold is about 12.5 million, okay? But it's never about that. It was always about those very normal, those very average families who
Like
stay in
HDBs.
HDBs. Their combined income is probably about 10,000.
They managed to bring them
Dollars.
through the journey, right?
Yeah, and be able to help them realize the importance of upgrading. Actually, a lot of times, a lot of families often think that upgrading is only about, I want to give my kids a better life, right? What do you think about upgrading to a condo?
I like HDBs. So
Why space?
What's your first property, HDB?
my first so I've stayed in every asset class lah.
Bungalow, so good
Your
class
life,
bungalow.
my dream. Your life, my dream.
So everything else I've stayed, I still prefer HDB because the low cost.
I understand.
So cost to space, HDB no fight lah.
And the conservancy charges, everything is cheaper, right?
Yeah, that one,
Maintenance.
yeah lah. It comes with the condo. Condo is like $300-$400 depending on size. So I don't like. I like cheap and good lah.
No wrong. I think it's very normal for us to think this way. And everybody, if given a choice, right, I'm sure we will want to always think that, hey, the moment I wake up, before I go to work, I don't want to stress about the installments, right? I don't want to stress about how am I going to afford all these things, and what if I lose my job? What if this thing happen, that thing happen, and my family is not able to maintain that
Sustain.
lifestyle, right?
Call us.
Correct.
Go Ben.
Call them. Yeah.
Regarding what Kieran said, can you tell us exactly the story about that particular family that
Correct.
you help? How do you help them to upgrade, and what interesting things that happened with the family, that
okay.
particular case?
So back to what Ben was saying, right? Ben said that he prefers something that is cheap, something that you don't have to stress, because a lot of families like today, they are worried about, if I pay so much on installment, can I still afford my holidays? Can I afford restaurants? Can I afford my kids' enrichment? How would I want to shortchange all of this because I just want to upgrade to a condo? Correct?
Yep.
Makes sense, right? I think that is for everybody. And I can say the same for that client that I met who I helped him to upgrade eventually. Actually, one of the things that I often will ask upgraders, right, like him, right, is actually, do you have any savings on hand or not? Yeah. So some people are very, very wise, right? They are very financial savvy, so they know how to invest. But the truth be told is, very average family, they don't have that
literacy to
do
discipline
so.
also, right?
Correct. So how do they actually be able to save money in a very safe way, but yet be able to know that by the end of like that 65 years old when they hit, right, they will still have that amount to help them to, downsize or retire comfortably. So to me, I asked my client this question, and he said that he told me he was the sole breadwinner, and actually he don't really have
Much savings in that sense.
correct, and he was 40 plus already. So
Okay.
only
Is
when
it sole breadwinner, the wife not working?
yeah. So only when we had this very difficult conversation, I will always say difficult conversation.
Deep conversation.
Yeah. Then he actually realized what is the importance of doing so. Actually, whether you upgrade or not today, even if it's from a 3-room flat to a 4-room flat, 4-room flat to a 5-room flat, don't even touch a condo. Can we agree that the value in terms of the property actually increase? Actually, by the end of 65 years old today, be it we are owning a 500k HDB or a $1 million HDB or $1.7 million HDB, the truth is by the end of 65, we would have finished paying that amount. Actually, upgrading is never about luxury. It's never about giving that status, condo status. To me, upgrading is about forced savings. Because today from 500,000, I helped him go to 1.3 million. By the end of 65 years old, he would have fully paid that 1.3 million, whether he appreciate or not. Right? Appreciate is a bonus. The truth is, from now till then, right, till he's 65, I asked him, are you confident that you can save up to 1.3? Everybody knows that very normal people cannot. But it's true forced saving of the installments every month that can allow you to be closer to that value.
That goal lah.
Correct. Capital appreciation is a bonus. But other than that, forced savings is important.
True.
So that's how I see property. to
But
me.
Singapore property confirm up. That's what everybody say.
I never say you say
So just curious, right, Vivien? I mean, in your 8 years of your real estate journey, as a female, right, any unusual requests by clients during property visits or things like that?
Oh yeah, as a female, when you go viewing, what if you're alone for that viewing, or you always have another partner with you, or what?
I don't have actually, because I work solo, so I can say that there will be times bound to be quite normal, right? To have clients who are more maybe a better way to name them.
Off the beaten track. Come.
They are more curious about you.
Yeah, correct, good. Yes, they are a bit more curious.
But especially it's different from financial planner, right? Because nowadays, financial planner and so on, we meet outside of the house sometimes. We don't even go into the house sometimes, you see. True. So when I was a young agent also, sometimes I don't even go into the house if I know that, for example, the particular gentleman is single or so on. But you have no choice, right? There's a house viewing, and you have to be alone inside a place with sometimes other clients of other gender, right? The other gender. So how do you manage that? I'm sure sometimes you feel a bit uneasy, especially in the house, right? You cannot say I stand outside and talk to you. You can't do that, right? How do you manage that?
Okay, so one of the most important thing, right, whenever I turn up for appointment like this, I will of course like many insurance agent out there will try to arrange outside first. So meet at a cafe or restaurant just to vet through how the client is.
Is lah.
Yeah.
In terms of character.
Okay,
and
but
personality.
if let's say really cannot, I have situations whereby I will text all my close friends first. I'll say, hey, I'm here. This is the address. This is the unit number.
If I'm not,
if if I never call you or text you back in 1 hour time, you have to find me here. That kind.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
So do you encounter anything close?
Have you ever needed to
And then you need to run out.
to get that
Yeah.
phone call to save you?
So one example was I met this HDB owner. Okay, then he sort of can feel that he's a bit off in that sense.
okay.
So when I reached the place, right, when I reached his house, he can smell that he drank a lot of alcohol.
yeah,
So he was
that's
a bit
bad.
like semi drunk.
Drunk.
Oh dear,
Yeah.
oh dear.
So he asked me to go inside to do the listing presentation.
Is it at night?
No,
Oh.
it was in the day, but it was scary enough.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So did you go in to do the
I went.
listing?
I went. The moment I went in, then I straight away text my client first. Not my client, my
Your
friend
friends
first.
lah.
Yeah. Then after that, I went on to talk. So the most scary part is, he when I was talking, he did this to my hair.
Oh my
Oh my
god!
god! Then how?
Then how? You run out.
Then like, oh my gosh! Like, of course I didn't say oh my gosh. I like, wow. I just like back off lah.
Yeah.
Then I
How to continue like that?
No, I just stand up. Then what I did was I just told the owner, can I have a look around my house? But because I was scared, that was a
Oh.
wrong move. That was
Yeah,
a very
that's
bad
true.
move. That is a very bad
Okay.
move. Because right, the next moment I walk to the living area. Okay, then he said, come take a look at my room.
Oh,
Then I was like,
oh my god!
Oh my gosh.
That's the last thing that you want to do.
Like what do you do?
I should have walked to the kitchen, right? But then I didn't. So I walked. Then I stand outside the room. Why are you so scared?
It's really not easy.
Suspense.
then I walked towards the room area because it was like a corridor area lah, huh? Then I stood there. Then I said, okay. When tomorrow I will try to arrange my media team to come in to take photos for you. That is enough for me. Like that. So when I was doing that, I turned back. He was just standing behind me, so it was quite
Wow.
scary lah.
Aiyo.
But I was safe. If not, why I'm here, right?
Quite an interesting experience that you have over the last 8 years.
Scary.
And when was that actually? Was it like
Year what?
at your beginning of a career?
Yeah,
or-
when I first started out, a bit silly kind of.
Thanks a lot, Vivien, for sharing with us. In today's session, we are very pleased to have Vivien over here to share with us her experience and some of the tips that he also shared. Yeah, so do like, share, and subscribe our channel. If you have more property questions, do drop us a DM, or we can always refer Vivien to your. Just